Morning. Today's Friday, January 14th. Okay, so we have LCID, Lucid Motors here. I'm not a big fan of this ticker, but if you notice here, it's fallen down. This is a 5-minute chart here. It's fallen down back into a level of support. Now we're gonna look if we can break this resistance level here, right? We've also taken our VWAP is also here as well, right? So, and if you look, we've got, this is all kind of once we get above it, we want to stay above it, right? So we go a little bit below it, that's fine too. So I'd say above 4160, right? And this is where we're going to base our risk. How do we do that? Let's walk through it right now. 4165. So 4165 with a stop. Let's call it 41 flat. 41 flat. We got to hurry up here because it's going to want to do it. There it is. It filled. We got 41 shit. What did we get? We got 4166. So we kind of missed it. But there's the there it is there. Now we wait and see if it's going to work. Being mindful up here at 43.50s. It's not my favorite trade here at all. I'm going to want to try and tear this thing apart and get as much profit out of it as I can. Probably as fast as I can. See if we can get some more volume. Try and zoom in on it for you there. Again, this is one of those first thing in the morning things, so now I'm going to want to chase that stop up. I would want to... Gonna have to give it a little more time. Our risk is good. It's pretty small. Yeah, 1.6% of risk. So I don't think we need to, rush on putting it up there. This would be like a $65 loss or something if it didn't work. We are in the money a 0.5% right now, which typically isn't enough of a move for me to justify it. A little bit of a bigger picture here for you. I don't know if that helps. Tightening here in this little wedge formation. Shit, there, it just kind of broke down. Did it though? No, it didn't. See? Almost broke down there. So is it going to want to break down? Potentially. Do have a bit of a flat bottom here. These drawings don't have to be perfect. They're just kind of there for a reference. These candles are really thinning out. Not a really big fan of this. And there you have it. So that's not a good sign. So, let's see how it's building this tight little range, but it runs up and then it drops, and then it runs up and then it drops. That's not really the greatest thing. That means there's somebody's trying to keep it down, if you were. Now saying that, once we catch them off guard, or once they get caught off guard, it should jump up. Or they run out of money to try and stop fighting them. One or the other, right? Who knows? Let's see how it's just did it again. So, yeah, one of the two is going to run out of money, and it's either buyers or sellers, and then that's who gets to take over. See how it interesting... Oh, there you go. So, we'll see now. It pushed above, and we'll see what happens. See that? They were stacking, and then they got... yeah. Trying to be as patient as possible, but did you see that? Jump up, and then... complete reverse. See that? All the way up, all the way back. Watch this thing rip down now. You pissed somebody off, didn't you? Now, can we fight it and make it into a doji candle? 15 seconds. I'm going to record this 15 seconds. Five seconds. Yeah. It's tough. Yeah, I don't really like the way things are going now. I tried to be really patient with it. And again, it's Lucid, right? So it's going to have, what else can you expect from a stock that has 538 million float in it, right? Yeah. Well, I'll say this: if it doesn't stay above this VWAP for this last time or whatever, it's going to be down to the stop, and we'll be out. Such a super tight um, level here. Well, it's going to go one way or the other, obviously, but one of them is going to go. It's going to go hard one way or the other. Hopefully, it goes in the way we want it to go. But I mean, here, hopefully, watch when it happens. When it gets up here, if it doesn't really get like, if it gets rejected again, it's going to be big trouble. Like this is like the fourth time it's tried to break out of this or come up out of this area, right? So if it gets rejected here, man, I'd be really tempted to say that it's almost like I really doubt that it's just going to want to do this all day. It's going to want to pick a direction. It's got to have a trend. It's going to want to go one way or the other for a period of time, and then go the other direction after that. Volume profile had a hole there, so we'll see if we can stay above it. Yes, now that we built a level above this, that might help. Now, you see how we're going to build the stairs as we go up or down? So that wasn't very good of a pullback there, was it? Yeah, this stock, is such an interesting back and forth. Really not my style. This is why I'm better with the other stuff that I play. Yeah, I find it tougher. I guess you're supposed to take each one of these little moves, but they're just not big enough for me, right? Maybe I need to use more size, but I mean, at the same time, when you use more size, you take more, you risk losing more money at the same time, right? So if you're, yeah, I don't think I have to explain that you could lose more money when you use more money. So if you use it, you can lose it. That's a good one. Here we go with another push, right? Yeah, I'm not sure if this is what somebody wants, but I mean, like, there's in the money one time, in the money a second time, in the money a third time. Now we're in the money a fourth time on this. So whatever level that we were at, I don't know. Wow, what a back and forth battle. Wow. Now it's going to break back down to the VWAP. See what happens there. Watch. Look at there's a reaction. Yeah, it's like, oh, like every time you get excited, it'll be matched with another bunch of, I don't know. Let's see. You get 1, 2, 3 maybe. Finishing with the bigger bar. This one at least starts with the bigger bar and then it's starting to taper into it. I'd like to see a little bit of a yank and then come back, but I mean, this stock's not the greatest. So that's a bit of a yank. I don't want too much. Well, it appears the patience paid off here. So I think we should chase the stop up at least to, not lose any money. We're gonna go 41.82. Sorry, yeah, I was looking at that and then I said, no, that's a little bit too high. This thing is kind of funny, right? I don't even know if we should have moved our original risk. It could come all the way back. If we don't hold support here, I have no, there's no real reason why it can't come all the way back to the VWAP, right? Which is so interesting. Do you keep your original stock? See? Questioning it. Yeah, so I just took it all back. 41.40, right? We're looking at $28 a loss if it does happen. That's what I was thinking. I was like, do you really want to get kicked out of this? This is, it's not my style, right? So it's going to take, if it works, it's going to take all fucking day probably to make it work. So don't get spooked so early like I normally do with, well, the stuff that I normally play is so volatile that it'll definitely do this. And we would have been up like 6% by now, so not 0.8. We're not even up 1 whole percent here yet. So yeah, so again, would it have been worth it to take the $25 or whatever it was going to be when I had moved the stop up here? Because I knew it was going to, excuse me, I knew it was going to try and want to come back here like this. And then again, see, a reload. So look at 1 profits, reload, 2 profits, reload, 3 profits, 4 profits, 5 profits. I don't know. I'm not that good at doing it like that. Let's see if we can hold support here on VWAP again. Or just above. Yeah, sorry, made the cardinal sin there. I lowered the stop some more. And I thought, it was just because of the risk value, right? It'll only be a $50 loss. But why would I get kicked out until the chart is broken? Like I was going to try and I think we were up here, 4140. 4140, why would you want to get kicked out just that pinch a little early? Yeah, so I lowered it. It's only $50 of less risk. Yeah, I just double checked it. That's 1.25%, 1.25% risk right now. So way lower than we're normally used to. Well, there you go. There's your stop out. I guess while I have you here now, it would be the like, share, subscribe thing. Ring the notification bell. Hit a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And there you go. That's $57.20 loss. We'll have to look at this again. I don't know why I got onto this one compared to, say BBIG, which is actually working. I don't know why I'm on LCID here. It does make things a lot tougher when you do it in real time every time, because it's not what you trade, it's how you trade. I'll have to review this again. Like, look at it; it's coming out of here. The percentage. I don't know why I traded this one today. But if you don't subscribe, you won't know where to go to get your high fives because I keep putting them here for free. Till the next bounce.